Hello everybody and welcome back to Blush and Brows, a Clayton County Library System series on makeup basics. Today we will be going over how to do a more casual look, something you could wear to work, schools, or while you're going out on the town, but something that isn't too high energy or bold, something a little bit more maybe modest to some. But that's what we'll be going over today. Now what we'll be doing first to begin the look off, I've already cleaned my face and everything. What we'll do is primer. Now, originally for the last video, I used a spray. This time I wanted to use my kind of a lotiony primer. It dries matte. There are different types that you can use. This one is to lower the amount of shine coming off of the original skin oils. That's why I use this one personally. Everybody can use a different type. There's no right way to do it and no wrong way to do it. It just depends on what you prefer and what look you like. Now, I'll need to make sure my hair is back for this one because it can get messy. I don't recommend you wear your out clothes for makeup looks, especially when you get into more eyeshadows and foundations, because it gets messy. It just gets messy, so I'm just wearing a t-shirt. And for this, I'm just gonna squirt some out on my hands. There we go. And I'm gonna rub it in to the areas where I know I'm gonna be doing stuff today. Like around the eyes, down here on the nose, and all over on the forehead. Just getting a even layer across the board, being gentle with it, of course. And for the primer, it kind of helps make the pores seem invisible, I suppose. And it helps the product of makeup adhere better to your skin and stay on there longer. That way you're just getting your money's worth for your makeup and you don't gotta reapply. Especially if you're going to work, you're gonna be there 8 hours. You need your face to stay on all day. So we'll need that. Now when doing makeup, there are different regions that you can do to start with. For convenience, I start on my brows, then go to eyes, and then the rest of the face, and last lips. That way everything doesn't try to collide. And when you do your face after your eyes and brows, you can kind of go around and correct mistakes. That way you don't have to worry about any powder getting on your freshly done face. So for the brows, there are different ways that you can do it. You got things like gel, eyeshadow, you have brow pencils. Some people just block their brows and start from the beginning, like a blank canvas. And some people even do a tattoo where they block their brows and then there's like, you put water on the tattoo like you would do a fake tattoo at the fair. There's different ways you can do your brow. How I do mine depends on how much effort I feel like putting, but it's kind of a mix between shadow and gel. Just depends on how much detail I feel like. To get yourself at a good starting point for your brows would be making sure they're shaped to how you want them, whether that be plucking, the eyebrow razor I showed y'all last time, waxing, whatever method you prefer. And then what I do is, I got an old eyeshadow palette, but I kind of have a brown that matches my brow. Brow matching brown. Said that 5 times fast. Little tappy tap. So I go into the palette, gently tap, go in, and this is a eyebrow brush with the tip here. Try to get that in focus, but gonna use the tip to your advantage by going gently over your brow and trying to create that end of your brow. Kind of get that shape going. And the way you angle the brush does matter, because you can't just go in full force, like horizontal, unless you're trying to get a big wide range of area. You kind of might want to start with the tip of the brush. That way you have more control on how much color goes onto your brow. Same for the other side. Going in gently with the shadow, and then use the wider range for the rest of the eyebrow. A lot of people like to do a gradient for their brows where the ending tip farthest away from the middle is darker than the inner edges of your eyebrow. And pointy brows tend to be in fashion right now. But that way, you got a good starting point there. Now, pencil, gel I mean. I don't personally use a eyebrow pencil, but I occasionally use the gel. I'll use this to go to the edges. That way you get that big gradient that a lot of people like. And then I'm gonna use my finger, kind of push it back. With the gel, it kind of keeps the hairs in the position that you put them in with this little brush. And just move them with your finger to help the process and to help create that gradient. That way you can see this brow is a little bit pointier looking on this side versus this one without the gel. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. And I don't want to use too much because I'm not gonna lie, this is a brow color. There's a little bit on the darker side for my brows. I have really light brows. They used to be completely blonde. But this helps stylize them even if they're a little bit darker. Then poke it, drag it. A little bit of this space right here. You want to be gentle with this. And gently rubbing your finger on it, that way it spreads. That way you got some eyebrows going on, and as the brow gel dries, you can kind of feel it when you move your brows, you know? It's like, ooh, it's a little stiffer. But that way, the brow hairs stay in place. Next up, we'll be doing eyeshadow. I have this palette that we'll be using today. Not sponsored, of course. Just something I use personally because it has like some very nice glitter shades, as well as very pigmented colors. There are a lot of different types of eyeshadows out there. You can have ones with glitter in it, some that are shimmery, some that when you push down directly on your eye, it's just that color, and some of them are a little bit more of the translucent kind. That way, for example, if you put down a dark red, it's not exactly dark red when you put it down. It's a little bit more of a semi-red, if that makes any sense. It just depends on what type you get. They have little packs nowadays. That way you can get your eyelid color, a transitional color that blends between the darkest shade and the lightest shade, and then your dark cut crease shade that usually people do on this end, but that depends on what style of eyeshadow you want, because there's so many different styles. People are coming up with new stuff every day. This is just one way that I do it, in a little bit a more work appropriate way. some are so over the top. It's like people will stop and stare, you know? It's like I just want to do my work and look a little bit nice for me. So what I'm going to show you today is a little bit of a standard lid color, transitional color, and a slightly dark one, just so you know one way to do it. Today I got these two brushes. Now these brushes, there are a lot of different types of brushes. Let me like try to do this or something so you can see them better. There are a lot of different types of brushes. These ones are fluffy, but a lot smaller than like a blush brush or the brush that I used in the first video for the setting powder. These ones will grab the color and gently put it on your eye without packing too much on there, if that makes sense to you. And these, the larger it goes, the kind of more spread it has. And we'll be using these two today. What I'll be doing first is I'm going to be using my light colors first. That way I can always put more on, and with dark colors it's hard to take away. So I'm going to use my slightly larger brush and be going into this shade. It's like a nice pink, and we're gonna gently dab it on this brush. That way I can get into it, and you see that nice spot of color on there. But I'm gonna go to my eye, I typically close it. You don't have to close it depending on what you're doing, but I'll dap it on there gently. Don't rub, because it's just gonna not place it on your eye well. Dapping it on there gently will place the color. Just tap, 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 tap. Some people put foundation or contour on their eye first. But when I'm going to work or going somewhere in a hurry and I don't have a big look planned in mind, I don't feel like doing all that. So I'm just gonna put it directly on my eye since we put the primer on earlier. And you can see how pink this one is now. And I'm gonna put a little bit more pink, just because I like the color. I'm gonna put it over my eyelid, but notice that I'm not going beyond the end of my eyeball with it. Like the eye socket, the hole ends somewhere around here. And that's the top of your little eyeball. I'm not going too far away. I'm just keeping it in here. I'm gonna go for the other eye. And notice how I'm trying to go this upper layer first, because if I go down here, it might look like I have a case of pink eye if I do too much on all sides. I've seen nice looks that do incorporate that though, if you have that whole look in mind. And now we got two very pink bases for the lid color. Now please note, not everybody's eye shape is the same as mine. You might have a monolid, you might have other stuff going on. So each technique you might have to tailor to yourself, of which I highly recommend seeking out creators with the similar face and eye shape as yourself. That way you can see, okay, how does this makeup look on me? Side note on eyeshadow shades, historically speaking, skin tone wise, look for brands that incorporate dark skin tones into the marketing for eyeshadows. Because if you have a dark skin tone and that brand didn't even test it on dark skin, it might not even show up. Like some of these brands aren't doing their due diligence to include everybody. So you gotta do a little bit of research, a little bit for that. Especially if you have darker skin, you know. You want to look nice too. And what's the point if the eyeshadow you just bought for I don't know how much money doesn't pop up? So it's important to look into that and have that as a little note in the back of your head when you look for makeup. Although, side note, you don't have to buy something super expensive either. Drugstore brands are fine too. Just feel free to play around with them ahead of time and look at on the back what's in them if you're allergic to anything. Key part. One way to test out eyeshadow to see how they look on your skin, I am gonna use the pink one. And I'll put my finger in it. Notice how it looks on my finger after just rubbing it in there. And then you can go on your arm and rub it across. And notice how pigmented that is. It's still on my finger. Like, rub it again. There you go. You can test out eyeshadow that way, as well as foundations, just to make sure they color match yourself, or that they show up on yourself. Key tip. Now the next shade I will be going towards is this nice pink here, because in my particular outfit I have planned will be very warm colors, and the pinks would complement it greatly, and I'll be ending it off with this nice red in the corner. That way it all comes together. Now I'm going to be using the same method, but very sparingly because it's a pigmented one. Like just with 2 little tabs, look how much pink got on there. Then I'm gonna go only in the middle to right corner of my eye at the end. Put this pink down and tap it. Okay, so I have the pink down, arguably a little bit pinker than I would have personally wanted it for something demure, but we can work with it and we'll be blending out later. So I'm gonna go off to this red burgundy shade with the smaller brush and gently pat it gently into the furthest corner of the eye. I kind of do a cat eye shape and into the crease of the eye, gently patting. And you already see a difference from that slightly darker eyeshadow. And it was just a small bit. And then on to the other eye. And there you have a little bit of the eyeshadow on there. And I'm going to use the previous brush, trying to knock off all the previous powders. And in circles on the eye, I'm going to blend them together. Added a little bit just more to the shade, but that way they're completely blended into the eyeshadow. And you get this stuff, and you get that gradient that we were going for. To balance it out, to put more emphasis on the innermost eye, to try to put everything emphasis into the middle and emphasis on your eyes, I'm going to use this white shade and use my pinky, gently dapping it in there. And the innermost corner, patting it down into there and kind of spreading it into the pink. That way, just a little bit of emphasis there. That way you got your full eyeshadow on. A little bit closer up. And it's a full gradient. Next up on eyes for my personal to-do list is eyeliner. In this case, I'll be using a dark brown instead of black, just for the sake of style and the outfit that I have planned. There are many different types of eyeliners. You have liquid ones like this, where you have a small brush or felt tip in there. You have the pencils that are dry and the gel that have like little cups that they come in that you would use a special brush to put on there. Just depends on your style on which one you use. I personally use the gel because it's waterproof and it'll last a long time, and sharp lines and cool designs that you can do from them. There are many different designs that you can do with eyeliner. The one we'll be doing today is the cat eye. That one's very popular, but there are many different graphic designs that you can do with this and different styles. But this is the one that I'm just accustomed to. So I just get it out of here, maybe wipe off the excess. And what I would do is, if you don't have like a thing to put your elbow on, use your hand to support your other arm to make it stable when you put it down. So what I do is, other than getting the excess off and a stable arm, you're gonna go down to the middle near the edge and swipe right, pulling it. That way you can get a clean line and coming back from the edge to the middle to meet it if it didn't go all the way. And while you're still there and got momentum, a thinner line to get to the inner corner, although I don't personally go all the way into the corner. That is a style you can do though. I'm trying to just make it even, as close to the edge as possible. Same to the other eye. And that way you have your base to go from there. Some people can stop here, but I'll be creating what's known as a cat eye, where you have a sharp part going upward here. You get more product on the little thing, but not too much. And I'm going from the corner up. Now what you can do is, to make it fatter, go back around the corner, backwards. That way you can fill in the space. You can make it more even by coming back up like that I just did. That way you have a cat eye. And it is okay if it's not symmetrical for the other side. It's important that it just comes up and it's a little bit sharp. And you can always fix it by quickly rubbing a little bit off with your nail, because later we'll be concealing close to this area anyways. That's why we don't put down the face first. Just in case there's any mistakes, we can always fix them. We'll be doing the other eye. There you go. Make sure you let them dry, because it's liquid and you can smudge it, but the kind I got dries pretty quickly. So that way I can do this and nothing comes off. Poke. No smudge. Nothing on the finger. Next is mascara. This will be the same waterproof black mascara that I used last time. from the first video. It'll be the same tips as that, although I'll try to get a little bit more product on my eyelashes than the first time around. Some people do sometimes do the lower lashes. I personally don't do it too often, especially if I'm going to be out and about a long time, because down here, at least for me, it can lead to some smudging over time. So I try to avoid doing that, and I don't think you look any less gorge without it. And to end off on the eye segment, I would use just a little bit of highlighter for the inner corners or something sparkly. That way you get a little bit more oomph to your eyes. I'm just putting it on my finger directly and putting it in that inner corner and spreading it around. And you see the difference, you know? They got some shimmers out there that are very oomph, but this is kind of an at work look. And I just want a little bit of something, something. And see the difference already? Ooh, ooh. Next up, we'll be doing the face. That will be including foundation, contour, concealer, but not too much foundation though, because we'll be going all day and we don't want to feel cakey, stuff like that. It is very important to get a shade that suits you best. I've been out in the sun a little bit and it's warm in here, so this might look a little crazy on me, but I get a light shade for me. You can ask a makeup person at the makeup store maybe what shade might be best for you, and to look into what brands has your shade best. Also, there's a bunch of different types of foundation on top of that. Like this one's a liquid mousse that dries matte, like not a lot of shine to it. That way you can just add more as you see fit, and to prevent the greasy look. But dewy is kind of in right now. But there's also the liquid squirt ones. You got the powders. There's a lot to look into, but just do what you feel comfortable using. So I got my foundation. I'm gonna squirt the mousse directly onto my hand. That way I can kind of like activate it by rubbing it in with this. To get a better view for you. Just rubbing it. That way I can get it to a consistency that's usable. And what I'm gonna need to focus on foundation wise are the usual areas under the eye, chin, forehead, and with the makeup tool, gently patting down. And kind of the faster you go, kind of going around the eye. The more you pat down, the more it blends out. And this foundation is a full coverage foundation. Some don't cover the skin nearly as much, but I don't want the redness to kind of show through some days. So I'll use this and just pat around, gently pat. And kind of use the pointed corner to get into small places. And then get your hand, tap it in to get more. Just go zone by zone at whatever pace you find most comfortable. You don't even have to use foundation. You could use the tinted moisturizer from last video, or none at all. It's up to you and how you want to do things. You can always gradually add and put more product on as you go. Start off small. That way you get your money's worth. And also make sure you get down into your neck. That way you aren't two different shades on your neck and your face. And that way you got your layer of foundation on. Gasp, it looks like Dracula, but do not fear. There's more to come that kind of brings life back into your face, such as contouring and blush. And of course, highlighter. Who can forget highlighter? Now, if you're at this point and you feel like you still have some problem areas that need covering, you can use your concealer. And your concealer is typically a little bit lighter than your foundation. That way you can highlight the areas of the face to point certain features out. To, depending on how you use it, either effeminate or masculinize the face. For example, you get here, down the nose, under the eyes, and I believe down on the chin. And you can do it on your little problem areas, quote unquote problem, depending on how you look at it. Also, to correct errors. Just boop, 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 but not too much. Because this is some good stuff. It covers very well. I'm gonna get in here, try to line it up with my eyeliner. That way, my eyeshadow looks like it stops in a cat eye formation. Very artsy. Or you could just have it blend into your foundation and skin. Now, I'm just gonna gently tap it out and blend as I go. But for my eyes, I specifically want that very specific line that I planned. I'm gonna fix some of the areas around my brow, and it can help emphasize the shape of the brow. So I'm gonna just gently do a line up here, and then down here, and then same for the other side. Kind of make it look more pointy, you know? And then with the tip to not get into the brow, blend out the edges. Now I still look like Dracula, but that's because we haven't done the contouring or the blush yet. That way you can get a little bit more definition back into your face. What I'll be doing first is some contouring. You might remember this from the first video. I'll be using a little bit of darker shade and blending it out with a brush, or you can use your fingers. As long as the brush though has dense fibers, like they're really close together, not really fluffy, that way you can spread the material a little bit better. And for the contouring on this face, it'll be like under the cheekbones, around the top of the forehead, the nose, and like under the chin. So you just kind of rub it in with the brush. Rub. Can't really get it on there. Then gently I'm gonna do a line under my cheekbones. And then with a little bit of the product I got left on the nose, but not too much on the nose. I don't want to look too dark, at least for me. And then a little bit down here, under the chin, under the chin. Of course, okay. Kind of do up here, although I don't do up there too often. My bangs kind of like hide it. So right now I just want to blend it in. So I'm just going to do circles and pushing it into the skin. That way it can blend. That way you can still emphasize your face. And that way you got a little bit of shadow back to your face, and it kind of looks a little bit more normal now. Please note that they have different types of contours. Like I might have this little kit right here, but they have liquid contour, they have little contour sticks, you got bronzer, there's tons of options, but this is the one I'm more personally familiar with. Experiment, try things out when you got time. Now I'm gonna go do blush. How much blush you want to use is up to you. If you don't want to use blush at all, if you want to use a lot of blush, just know that it's typically done in these areas on the high cheekbone up to blending into the eyebrow area and on the bridge of the nose. That way you can get that nice living look and a little bit less Dracula. Not that there's anything wrong with Dracula. Goth makeup has helped a lot of the current standards. To make a callback back to my eyeshadow, not everybody has to use eyeshadow like this, but I'm going to use that light pink shade again, not the bright one. Light pink. Emphasize the light pink. That way I can get a little bit more breath into my life. Life into the breath. Can't remember the phrase right now. Put it up on screen, future self. But we'll be doing that with that shade. There are dedicated blushes out there. I just know that this particular brand does have a lot of pigment, and this can be used as a blush. And I tapped it on there pretty good. I'm gonna tap a little bit of the excess off. And this brush is a very fluffy brush. That way it can really spread the pigment on your face very well, and it's very fluffy, so it feels nice and fun. Kind of just starting in that corner, circular motions to blend it in, and bringing it a little bit under the eye area, but not near where the typical eye bag is. That way you got a little something going on there. Use some of the excess on the bridge of my nose. And then tap a little bit more back in there. Tap, tap. Starting at the farthest corner, going up, and then back in circular motions. I might want to do the other side a little bit more with more pigment to make it even a little bit more. That way, you got some blush on now. Now we're cooking. The last step for the face part that I usually do is highlighter. Now, I'm going to use the same highlighter. Ignore how it's all broken up. It's still good to use. The one that I used in the inner corner, I'm going to top off that part again, going back over it. But there are different ways to have highlighter. They have liquid highlighter now. This is a shimmer topper that you can also use for your eyeshadow. They got them in different colors. And some of them you can have highlighter blush. There's options on how much shine you want. Now I'm just gonna open it up. You could use a brush with this if it's really fluffy, but I'm gonna just use my pinky like I did with my eyes. And the highlighters, you want to emphasize your areas that are kind of like poking out of your face. Like, for example, nose. Brush a little bit off with a finger. That way you got shiny nose. Under the eyebrow, but on the eyebrow bone, you get there to help emphasize your eyes. Put a little bit more on there, because like shimmer, shimmer, sparkle, sparkle. And also on patting it down on your cheekbone. A little bit more. You can see that shine. Kind of circle rubbing it in now that I've got it. It's kind of hard to see the shine on it, but in real life it's so shiny. And this is a more subtle highlighter. Just pat this down. Now, I don't personally recommend getting highlighter in these areas because it kind of personally reminds me of eye bags, and I don't want to be reminded of that. But it could be a look out there depending on how you present it. Add a little bit more onto this. Really packing it in there. Oh, almost forgot the other eyebrow. And that way, you got your highlighter. See the shiny goodness? And before I do my lips, setting spray. Just have a little bit of setting spray before I continue. That way, it can help it last on my face a little longer. All day wear. And sometimes you don't want the setting spray, if it's one that dries matte or dries shimmer, to affect your lipstick. For example, if you have a matte lipstick, you might want it to stay matte. So I try to do the setting spray first and then my lips. Now there's a lot of options you can do with your lips. You know, there's the lip pencils, gloss, lipstick, so on and so forth. Plenty of options out there. I personally like it when it matches the outfit and matches the eyeshadow. So I kind of have this berry color. It is a lip stain. Now, there are lip satin things. So when I put this on, I just put a little bit in and gently put it on my lips. And rub them together. Some people use a lip pencil for the outline. I don't personally use one unless I'm trying to do a gradient look. And this one I use a lot. But that way, it kind of goes on a little bit satiny, but it dries over time in the course of the day. That way it stains your lips to be this color and you don't have to worry about how it looks over the course of the day. If I don't use this, I would use just a plain gloss. Maybe a colorful gloss, that's an option, but you'd have to keep reapplying, or a matte lipstick. That way it has longer wear and you don't have to worry about lipstick getting all over everything, like on your drinks, on whoever you're smooching, stuff like that. Don't gotta worry about that. I don't wanna worry about that. And on top of this, and each product can be different, but these were kind of made to go with each other. Clear lip gloss. That way, you get that juicy, glossy look. And you don't gotta worry about the lip stain coming off when the gloss goes on. And that's the look I have for you today. There's no right way or wrong way of doing it. It's something you can go out on the town with or work and not have to worry about it coming off, especially with the primer and the setting spray and having products that you test out and experiment, play around with. Now, to get it off, don't scrub your face. It's okay. You don't have to claw your face to get any of this makeup off. Even if it's waterproof, with just water, it won't come off. You'll need something makeup remover wise with oil in it. This in particular I use, and you spray it into your hand, wash your face like you would with face wash. And it comes off really easy and without kind of irritating my eyes. Cause some makeup remover stuff I found over the years is like, my eyes are burning. I don't need my eyes to burn. I don't want my eyes to burn. So I got this. It also has like some vitamin E in it for skincare reasons. That way your skin isn't completely destroyed after wearing makeup. That's kind of a myth. You don't need to destroy your skin to wear makeup. Makeup's fine to wear. It's fun to mess around with. But thank you so much for joining us today. I hope you enjoyed and I hope you learned a lot. Feel free to leave your personal tips and tricks down in the comments below, and I'll be seeing you in the finale. Have a good one.